What's going on, everyone? I'm here today with a wrapped F-150 Ford Raptor. It's got a satin black look to it, and we're going to go over some of the great benefits of the wrap for your vehicle, along with ways to care for it and all the different pieces on this Ford Raptor that we ended up wrapping. So this F-150 Raptor was originally a gloss black before we gave it that satin black vinyl wrap. And what that does is it just makes the car look a little bit more velvety and sleek. Because of that, it has more of a luxury appeal toward it, and since this has the highest trim level for the F-150, you definitely want to give it a little bit more bang for the buck there. So when you're doing a wrap this extensive, you're going to want to take almost every piece of this vehicle and do it section by section. The only exception to that is going to be pieces like fender vents as well as door handles. Usually those are going to come off. The pieces underneath, the actual sections of the body, are going to be done individually with that wrap. When we talk about individual pieces, we're talking about the bumper areas. So the front and lower bumpers here, the actual hood of the vehicle, the door handles themselves have been wrapped. For this wrap, we actually didn't include the mirrors, and we didn't include some of the pillars on the door here. And then as you walk towards the back, you'll start to notice a section of the bed that have been wrapped. And again, the fender flares and then the rear bumper also are going to have that slightly lighter, a little bit more gray tone to that vinyl. One of the trickier sections to wrap on this truck, and a lot of trucks in general, if they have this trim piece in the middle, is going to be that tailgate. Some of the benefits for a wrap, besides changing the look and feel of your vehicle, is actually going to be that it protects a lot of that outer exterior. So it's going to keep your paint from getting scratched and leading to things like rusts and whatnot that can really damage the car's value over time. So it helps extend the life on the road a little bit. There are a couple important things to note if you want your vinyl wrap to last as long as possible. If you take care of your vinyl, it can last up to 8 years, but on average vinyl lasts about 5 years. You want to keep things like oil splatter, bird droppings, and in the fuel area, any gas that leaks onto the vinyl, you want to make sure it gets cleaned up as quickly as possible. When you do find stains on your vehicle from things like tree sap, then it is really important to try to hand wash it if you can. You can do this by soaking it in hot soapy water and lightly scrubbing it with a cloth. You don't want to use anything with too much bristles that can scratch your vinyl or anything that tears it up. But if you have to, you can use things like car washes as long as it's just water jets and none of that slappy Brussels things around there. And then the last piece to try to avoid all that other kind of stuff is to keep it stored and covered as much as possible. So using things like your garage, some sort of awning, or even just those vehicle wrap covers. That's it for today's video. Comment what you think about this wrap. If you liked the video, please leave a like and then subscribe to see even more automotive content.